Meanwhile, the April Fool's joke that is on us, news that Vladimir Putin is withdrawing some troops from Ukraine. But it's not because Putin is getting pressure from this guy. It's because he was actually getting some pressure from this lady, Angela Merkel, the leader of Germany. Retired Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff says that says a lot right there. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm absolutely impressed that our foreign policy and our diplomacy has actually failed again. I mean, what is this? Here comes Angela Merkel, and she's able to negotiate with Putin and get him to remove 20,000 of the remaining 40,000 troops. I mean, this is pretty impressive because we've failed on all levels. We've failed in Egypt, where Putin has taken over with their army, and we also failed in Syria, where we drew the red line. And who had to save the day then? Putin. So where do we stand? Our allies are looking at us as a weakness and leading again from behind.
But, you know, I can understand. Here's what I'll try to give the president the benefit of the doubt on, because I want to always see this through. Germany has the most at stake. It's the closest to Putin and a big recipient of all those natural gas contracts and the rest. Absolutely. Far less than we are, obviously. So, you know, Angela Merkel has a vested interest in getting this nut to calm down, and she does get it to dial back, and he does get, that is Putin, the added benefit of saying, see, I listen to her, I don't listen to you. So it's a win-win for both these leaders.
Well, absolutely. Angela Merkel looks like a hero because essentially 50% of their fuel is coming through the Ukraine. The 30% of it is fueling their cars, their gas, their electricity. She had something at stake here. Sanctions were not going to help her country. It was going to deprive her country of fuel. That's why Putin laughed at us when we talked about sanctions. But what happened when this all initiated? We didn't send any over to the Ukraine to give them some readiness. No, we sent food. We sent MREs, meals ready to eat. This is not how Putin's going to ever look at us seriously, because we don't handle things with the diplomacy, with the negotiating skills that are required to resolve conflicts such as this.
You know, I'm told that on these phone conversations, at least the ones we don't tap, that she's pretty brutally frank and even threatening. Some have likened her to a German Maggie Thatcher. I don't know what the truth is. You're much more schooled on this than I am. But whatever she says or does must carry weight, because almost every time she's used it to get her way within the European Union, to get her way with balking members of the Union, to calm the Greeks down when they're going nuts, she always gets what she wants. So I don't know what happens behind closed doors or on those phone conversations, but she must be Tony Soprano with a German accent, because she scares the you-know-what out of these guys.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It's called leadership. It's called mean what you say and say what you mean. Don't show these inconsistencies and these wafflings. You know, when President Obama drew the red line, he showed a weakness. He showed that he was vulnerable. He showed that he didn't mean what he say and say what he meant. When we did not support the Egyptian people, and now Putin is funding their army because we decided it was a military coup, we again lost an ally within the region that we needed. Putin is running the show now, and Angela Merkel basically said, you don't want to mess with me. My last name is not President Obama.
Wow. I'm going to put you down as a maybe on the president in the meantime. But, Jessie, it's always good having you. Thank you very much.